You are sitting still. Nothing is wrong. No one is chasing you. And yet, your heart is pounding. Maybe it happened in a meeting. Maybe it was 2 a.m. and you were lying in the dark. Maybe it was just one short message that said, "Okay." And still, something inside you fired an alarm. Something ancient scanned the room, found nothing, and screamed anyway. That feeling is not weakness. It is not a glitch. It is a survival system, one that kept your ancestors alive for hundreds of thousands of years. The only problem is this: it has no idea the world changed. Your brain has been lying to you your whole life. And the strangest part is, it was doing it to save you. To understand why, you have to go back. Not to your childhood, not to last year. You have to go back to the savannah. Imagine dry yellow grass stretching in every direction. Heat bends the air. Somewhere in the middle of it is one of your ancestors. They are small. They are slow. They cannot outrun a lion. They cannot outfight a leopard. They have no claws, no venom, no thick hide. What they have is a nervous system, a threat detection engine running constantly beneath every thought, scanning for movement, sound, shadow, and change. That nervous system is yours, the same ancient hardware now living inside a world of emails, notifications, meetings, relationships, deadlines, and glowing screens. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades studying fear in the brain. His work showed something important. Fear can happen before conscious thought. There is a pathway from your senses to your amygdala, the brain's threat center, that is faster than the pathway to your thinking brain. That means you can become afraid before you know why you are afraid. Your body reacts before your mind understands. On the savannah, this was useful. A rustle in the grass, a shadow near the fire, a sound that did not belong. The ancestors who stopped to think carefully were sometimes wrong in a way that ended them. The ancestors who flinched first survived. You are here because they flinched. But your brain does not clearly separate a lion in the grass from a short reply from your manager. It does not fully distinguish between physical danger and social danger. To your ancient nervous system, rejection, embarrassment, silence, failure, uncertainty, and conflict can all feel like threats. So your amygdala fires. Adrenaline and cortisol flood your body. Your heart beats faster, your vision narrows, your hearing sharpens, your stomach tightens. Your mind stops planning for the future and starts looking for escape routes. You are now physically ready to run or fight. All because someone replied, "Okay." This is the strange problem of being human. You have an ancient threat system living inside a modern world. Psychologist Martin Seligman introduced the idea of preparedness, the idea that humans are not equally afraid of everything. We are especially ready to fear certain things: snakes, spiders, darkness, heights, sudden movement, strange faces, and social rejection. These fears load quickly because, for most of human history, they mattered. The dark could hide danger. A stranger could be a threat. Rejection from the group could mean death. Your brain learned to treat social threat as survival threat. And now that same system is firing in classrooms, offices, group chats, relationships, and comment sections. Anthropologist Robert Sapolsky studied stress in primates, especially baboons. For animals in the wild, stress usually has a clear trigger. A predator appears, a fight begins, a threat arrives. Then the threat passes and the body returns to normal. But humans are different. Humans can activate the same stress response just by thinking. You can sit in a safe room with food in the fridge and locks on the door and send your body into panic by remembering something from 3 years ago. You can worry about something that might happen next month. You can replay one awkward conversation again and again until your body reacts as if the danger is happening right now. Your body does not always know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. You have a time machine in your skull, and it runs on cortisol. This ability to imagine the future is one reason humans built civilization. It gave us planning, language, strategy, science, art, and technology. But it came with a cost. The same brain that can imagine a better future can also imagine disaster. The same mind that can plan your dreams can rehearse your fears. That loop has a name: rumination. US psychologist Susan Nolen-Hoeksema studied rumination extensively. It is the pattern of cycling through negative thoughts again and again, replaying problems, analyzing threats, and trying to solve emotional pain by thinking about it harder. But instead of solving the fear, rumination often keeps the alarm alive. Ancient threats usually had endings. A lion either caught you or it did not. A storm came and passed. A fight happened and ended. Modern threats are different. Will I fail? Does this person still love me? What if I lose my job? What if people are judging me? What if I am falling behind? These threats do not always resolve. They hover. They return whenever the mind gets quiet. And each time they return, the brain reacts as if the threat is new. This is where negativity bias comes in. Negative experiences usually carry more weight than positive ones. One insult can stay with you longer than 5 compliments. One awkward moment can replay at midnight. One painful message can ruin a whole day. This is not because you are weak. It is because, for most of human history, missing a reward was inconvenient. Missing a threat could be fatal. So your brain became better at remembering pain than peace. It keeps a detailed record of danger because in the old world, that record might save your life. But in the modern world, it means your nervous system is always collecting evidence that something might go wrong. And every time the alarm fires, it affects the body. Stress is not always bad. In short bursts, it helps you survive. But when it becomes constant, it begins to damage the system it was meant to protect. It can disturb sleep, it can weaken focus, it can affect memory, digestion, mood, and decision-making. That is the cruel part. The more stressed you are, the harder it becomes to think clearly. Your brain tells you this alarm is necessary, but often, the alarm is not protecting you from danger. It is exhausting you for threats that are not actually here. This is why modern life is so difficult for the ancient brain. Your ancestors did not have the news. They did not have social media. They did not have group chats, public comment sections, performance reviews, unread messages, follower counts, and endless comparison. They did not wake up and immediately absorb the fears of millions of people across the planet. Your threat system evolved for a small tribe. Now it is trying to process the entire world. It was built to track maybe 150 people. Now it is exposed to billions. No wonder it feels overwhelmed. Your brain is not broken. It is overloaded. So the question is not whether your brain will lie to you. It will. It was built to. The question is whether you can notice the lie while it is happening. Fear is not always proof that danger exists. Sometimes fear is a prediction, a story your brain is telling about the present based on the past. And stories can be rewritten, not instantly, not by forcing yourself to calm down, not by pretending the feeling is not real. The racing heart is real. The tight chest is real. The fear in your body is real. But the story behind it may be wrong. This is where awareness matters. You can train the part of you that notices the alarm without immediately obeying it. You can notice the pounding heart, the tight chest, the certainty that something is wrong. And then ask, what is actually here? Most of the time, what is actually here is a room, a chair, a screen, a breath, a body trying to protect you. The threat felt real to your nervous system, but the story may have been wrong. Tonight, when your heart starts pounding for a reason you cannot name, when an old argument returns at 3 a.m., when silence feels like rejection, when a message feels like danger, remember what is happening. It is not weakness. It is not madness. It is not proof that something is wrong. It is an ancient survival system built for a dangerous world, still trying to keep you alive in a world it does not understand. Your brain has been lying to you your whole life, but it was lying to protect you. And without that lie, you would not be here to notice it.